And now to the confirmation hearing for Commerce Secretary, where tensions were not quite as high, but the issues just as important. During his testimony, Mr. Ross pointed the finger at China for unfair trade practices and said his top priority is to level the playing field. Eamon Javers reports.
Billionaire investor Wilbur Ross faced a largely welcoming Senate Commerce Committee today as Democrats and Republicans appeared to assume his confirmation as Secretary of Commerce is all but a foregone conclusion. Ross was quizzed on issues of trade, jobs, and climate change, and he laid out his overall expectation for the U.S. economy.
I think we can certainly get north of 3% growth if we do all the elements of the president's program.
He said one of the first priorities for the new administration will be dealing with what he called unfair trade barriers.
It's a little weird that we have very low tariffs and China has very high tariffs. That seems to me to be a bit of an imbalance. And it's one thing to talk about free trade. We would like to have our trading partners also practice free trade and do it in a more balanced manner.
Ross also gave his sense of the ways to pay for President-elect Donald Trump's massive proposed infrastructure initiative.
You support direct spending by government on infrastructure.
I think there will be some necessity for it.
And Democrats pressed Ross repeatedly on the sharp contrast between Ross's divestiture of billions of dollars of personal assets and Trump's declining to do the same. Ross ducked the question.
The ethics rules that apply to Senate-approved nominees do not apply to the president.
You were able to do it. Why not the president?
I'm not familiar enough, Senator, with the exactitudes of his holdings to have any judgment as to how easy or hard it would be.
At the outset, Ross explained that he had to fire a household employee within the past month when that person was unable to provide proof of documentation to work in the United States. But he described it as a rare incident, and the senators seemed satisfied with his explanation. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Eamon Javers in Washington.